Kell is the leader of this basketball team for Tim Kraft.
Fantakaba and Dorn matched up. Lee Cassell, Doug Shows, Adam Flory, our officials. The Catamounts and the Hokies, 5th all-time meeting. We are underway in Southwest Virginia.
Both these teams run some nice half-court offense, and both teams like to play man-to-man.
Quick pass inside. Jalen Bedford gets his hands on it to force the turnover.
Turnover is the #1 concern for Tim Kraft coming into this game.
Going up against a Virginia Tech team that's top 10 nationally in protecting the basketball.
Much improved over last season for Coach Mike Young.
Numbers he's happy with, right, partner?
No question. Among the best in the country, like you mentioned.
Avdalas draws the foul, and he gets thrown to...
Yeah, Doug Showell's good enough to come over and explain. There were 2 fouls on the play, obviously, the common foul. And then the upgraded foul. So DeMassey is getting a start, takes a seat.
And Avdalas puts the Hokies on the board first. We've seen DeMassey, we've seen Petway, we've seen a little bit of rotation in that starting 5 at the guard spot for Western Carolina.
Yeah, still trying to figure it out. And some of that has been injury related too.
Johnson, left hand, easy finish.
Tough matchup there for Western Carolina. Ford Stansbury gives up a couple inches and a lot of pounds. Tyler Johnson.
He's coming off that great game in the win against George Mason. Western Carolina fell to USC Upstate last time out. Sumaro, who has been with Coach Tim Kraft for quite
ability. It doesn't matter who they put on Amani Hansberry. He's going to either be too quick or too strong for somebody out there.
Stansbury, known for his shooting ability, drops it off under the basket, and another Catamount turnover.
Yeah, 2 in 2 possessions, and Tim Kraft won't be happy with that. We saw the mismatches against George Mason, too, that the Hokies were able to exploit early and often.
Quickly, why was that such an impressive win for Virginia Tech?
Well, Mason was just playing such good basketball. Came in here very confident. Big game emotionally for them, an in-state game that they don't get to play very often. Only the 3rd time the 2 schools had ever met.
Dorn using his size, unable to pull it in. In transition, Stansbury able to find Sumaro out of the Bronx. Elbow jumper in the air and true.
Yeah, there's a veteran player who played for Coach Kraft at Gardner-Webb. Went to East Carolina, got a medical waiver, and had another year left and rejoined Coach Kraft. Can play both guard spots, and he knows what Coach Kraft wants done offensively and defensively. Very important player for this team, for the Catamounts.
Avdalas, Dorn, a whistle.
To playing in these big-time atmospheres.
How about the fact he has scheduled in his head coaching career 48 games against opponents from the ACC, SEC, Big 12, Pac-12, Big 10, Big East, or AAC?
Yeah, and there are a couple reasons for that. Money is one reason for that, but also he really likes to challenge his team and give them the opportunity. It helps him in recruiting too. Kids want to play against the best people.
Early 4-2 lead for the Hokies. A win today would mark the best 11-game start since the 22-23 season. Contested 3, Stansbury off the mark.
Yeah, Stansbury's a good shooter. Has not been shooting well this season so far. Had a wrist injury early in the fall.
Long 3 from Bedford. He knocks it down.
He has struggled a little bit lately too. That's a good sign for Mike Young's Hokies.
Bedford just 2 for 18 from behind the 3-point arc the last 6 games. And Western Carolina answers back C.J. Highland.
Yeah, he's been a 50% three-point shooter. Just doesn't take a lot of them. And that's one place that they have struggled that Coach Kraft thinks they'll be much better at.
Corner 3, Johnson. Too strong. Highland, who's been in double figures the last 3 games.
Yeah, had a good game against USC Upstate.
Hokies dangerous when they get out. Johnson Avdalas, 2 steps from behind the three-point arc, drills it.
Hokies are so good in transition, and that time, honestly, Western Carolina got back. But Avdalas has range.
There goes Hansberry. The right hand flush. The Castle guard loves it.
Turnovers biting the catamounts again.
How good has Amani Hansberry been the last 4 games?
The first time I saw him in the summer, I thought, wow, he's going to be special. And it took him a little while to find what his role is, but he's a difficult matchup no matter who Virginia Tech plays.
Stansberry, nobody home. Another Western Carolina turnover.
Coach Young fired up over there on the sideline. Nice job there. Deflection. Nobody's going to catch him, and nobody should get in his way.
Hansberry's coming off a career day in terms of assists.
Great look right there. 6 on Saturday against George Mason, right?
That's impressive. Coach Young, after the game, said, the kid is brilliant. He said, not smart, brilliant. Hansberry and the Hokies out to an early 12-5 lead in Blacksburg. Give or take traffic. Welcome back to Blacksburg. Early start for Virginia Tech. Avdalas, that's an offensive foul.
Yeah, nice job by Highland that time, bodying up, staying between him and the basket. And Avdalas got a little frustrated. Finally ran out of patience there.
The freshman Donna, bounce pass, but a whistle first.
Yeah, and it looks like Bedford, when he comes in the game, immediately picks up a foul.
Western Carolina has already played 10 in this opening half.
That way, a really talented freshman.
Hammond, left wing 3. Not that time.
That way, reclassified late, so he was a late enrollee, but what a good pickup for Tim Kraft and his staff.
The kick out. Stansberry. Dumassy with 10. To the right block, and Western Carolina 71% on the year at the line as a team. And the first good for Dumassy, and somebody that I think Coach Kraft and company thinks could really be a big part of this team later in the year.
Yeah, has a lot of skill, can play with a native of Paris, France.
Have you ever been to Paris?
Many times. You?
I have not.
Been to Paris, Tennessee, Paris, Texas, and Paris, France.
Avdalas, almost chip. Avdalas has been a frequent visitor to the free throw line early back. I'm sure it's got to be difficult to match up with him with the size he presents.
Yeah, he really, he's a nightmare. At 6'9", with his skill set, you can see why the NBA folks love him. He can beat you in a lot of different ways. He's made everybody on his team a better passer, I think.
He has 7 games with 5 or more assists. Kell, open 3, not that time. Offensive rebound, Dumassy. Stansberry loves the 3. There he is, right on cue.
There he is, only 27% this year, but Coach Kraft really likes this kid from long range and thinks he's going to be a big part of things in Southern Conference play.
Hokies by 9. Avdalas active early. Gerdak cleans up the second chance opportunity.
Gerdak has been solid. He hadn't had a lot of minutes, but when he's been in the game, he's done a nice job on both ends. Just a freshman.
Charlestown, West Virginia. Thrilled to have you on your Thursday night. Evan Hughes, Mac McCarthy, the rest of our outstanding ACC Network team. Long rebound, Dumassy. Kell, left block. Gerdak got his hand on it again. Tomorrow, skip pass, nobody home on the left.
Preseason, all SoCon court advantage there, but some of that is the folks that you play on the road too. They're going from here to the University of Georgia. That's back-to-back tough matchups with the SEC and the ACC.
Dorn creates positioning and scores inside.
Hansberry with another assist. You mentioned he had 6 against George Mason.
Dumassy has been active early. Kell, one of the top scorers. Stansberry probing. Ben Hammond got his hand on the ball and he stepped out on the baseline.
Yeah, it was a nice switch by Virginia Tech, and Hammond was at a size disadvantage, but definitely had the advantage in the quickness category and almost came up with another turnover.
Coach Young said after the game on Saturday, "I don't like playing without him," referring to Ben Hammond. Looks like the Energizer Bunny.
He really does. And he has been playing at a high level, and particularly since Toby Lawau has been out.
Stansberry trying to follow his miss. Hammond, shoot. How about a transition 3? Not that time.
That's something that Coach Young's teams have been doing more and more this season. Shooting in transition and getting out in transition. Nice play there by Dumassy. You see why Coach Kraft talked about him all day at shoot around.
Shoot. Corner 3. Right side of the rim, and the rebound from Fantakaba. Dumassy. Out to the right side. Sumaro, guarded by Shoot. His defense has been good this year.
Much better, much improved.
Stansberry off balance. Wanted a foul, won't get it. Hammond will try the transition triple and drills it.
Transition's such a good time to shoot those. You get wide open looks while the defense is trying to get back. Sometimes they flatten out a little bit too much, and you get that shot that Hammond just got.
He might not be a starter, but as Coach Young said, he might be a guy who's finishing games for this Tech team. Sumaro trying to answer back, unable to. There's Hammond.
Yeah, he just out-quicked a very quick player in Sumaro.
Hokies go a little too quick that time. Hokies active hands, back and forth, little hot potato.
Yeah. Neither side was really happy with that exchange, but Catamounts ended up with the ball.
3 set to check in for Coach Kraft and Avdalas. These are this week's ACC Network featured men's basketball matchups. The number 3 Duke Blue Devils host Lipscomb on Tuesday at 6. Then at 8, the number 14 North Carolina Tar Heels host ETSU. Coverage of both games will be on ACC Network and the ESPN app. It's 42% on the year, connects on the seconds. Pressure from Western Carolina. They're known for man-to-man, but they'll mix up their coverages a little.
Trying to change things up a little bit, pick up full court, see if they can get a cheap turnover.
Hansberry. Bedford, rise and fire 3. Got knocked down. And Western Carolina, 5% on the year.
He's having a really good sophomore season.
There must have been a foul off the ball before the three-point shot.
Certainly
You got it
was.
straight now.
Certainly was.
26-12, Hokies, 8.5 minutes. First half inside of Castle Coliseum. Sumaro. Kick out, and there's Tyler Johnson. Defense to offense, and he lays in the left hand.
Good play. Virginia Tech is struggling a little bit with those ball screens, but they're just bigger and stronger, and they've been able to get by even when they switch it, and it's big on little or little on big. There's Fisher Brown, who can really shoot the basketball.
Mac, I think we talk a lot about Toby Lowell not being on the floor, what it means offensively. What does it mean defensively for Virginia Tech?
Well, shot blocking and rebound, that's two big things, and he's among the league's best at that. He was number 5 in the ACC when he went out in block shots, and number 2 in the ACC in rebounding.
Hansberry takes a dribble. Dorn, strong rebound, strong finish.
Dorn is getting better and better. He and Gerdak both contributes in so many ways. He can block a shot at 6'9", and just has the thing that amazes me is his vision and his passing. He's capable of big night scoring. We saw that with 33 against Providence.
Out of the timeout, Sumaro, late whistle, Ben Hammond.
Right there. In.
Kell, a kick out.
Kell's been held scoreless.
Averaging.
He's done a nice job against him.
Left wing 3, gets the friendly bounce, does C.J. Highland.
Yeah, he's made a couple already out of Loganville, Georgia.
He went from November 13th to December 2nd without playing. It's great to have him back on the floor.
Yeah, he's started a couple, but he missed 3 games, and he's valuable. He's strong in the backcourt, even though he's not real tall.
Hansberry, patient, goes up and goes to the line. Carmichael Arena. That is the house that Michael Jordan built.
Yeah, Jeff Walls and Courtney Banghart going against each other.
Sumaro knocked down multiple threes his last 4 games. Again,
it's a little both, but Virginia Tech they're improving so much on the defensive end. They're physical and just stay after it.
Avdalas hesitated for a moment. Not that time. Sumaro has it swiped by Avdalas. The lob for Hansberry, takes his time in the easy lay-in.
Avdalas always finds the right person to give the ball to after a nice steal on the other end.
Highland drops off Fantakaba, the 7-foot sophomore center.
Good job by Tyler Johnson using that length, staying away.
Deep 3 from Stansberry off the bottom of the backboard, but the second effort from Tayshawn Smith, the freshman out of Raleigh, he delivers.
Yeah, big, strong freshman. Getting a few more minutes each game. It was a nice backside rebound. Better put a body on him.
Avdalas ran into 2 defenders. Sumaro all the way to the rim. Last touch by Virginia. Hammond checks out. Avdalas replaces him. Eight different scores tonight for Western Carolina. It's Highland off the bench, who leads all Catamount scorers with 6. Dumassi. Sumaro rattles home the triple.
Really nice. He had Avdalas running at him.
Mentioned it earlier, Sumaro has knocked down multiple threes his last 4 games.
Yeah, he's 3rd in the Southern Conference in percentage from that.
Jaden shoots.
Yeah, that time he had no space, had a hand in his face.
He was off balance too, kind of hanging in the air. Kell getting to the rim, and the redshirt junior out of Fort Mill, South Carolina scores.
Finally gets on the board, and that's his skill set. Surprised it took him that long, but give Virginia Tech credit for making him a priority on the defensive end and doing a good job.
Hokies looking for Jaden shoot. Hansberry can knock down the 3. Open look, open make.
Yeah, he hadn't taken as many lately, but he certainly has. And Hansberry says, I got this one.
Out of the use it or lose it timeout from Coach Young. There's a backdoor cut, two-hand flush, Justin Johnson.
Nice play out of the timeout. A double high ball screen, confusion on the defense, back cut, and Johnson's had a big first half.
Under 60 seconds. Shoots. Gets to the rim. Shows that he can score under the basket.
A rare two-pointer.
Largest lead of the game for Virginia Tech. Great on-ball defense there. Dumassy couldn't get the layup to fall, but they'll get it right back.
Here averaged almost 14 turnovers a game. Big improvement.
Dumassy picked up by Johnson. Bounce pass, left block, the 7-footer, Fanta Caba.
Yeah, they have found a little success with that ball screen action and trying to make Virginia Tech make up their mind. Are you going to switch? Are you going to double it? Are you going to, try to fight over?
Shoots. Reverses. Hansberry with two. Puts it in before the horn. And top score for Western Carolina held to just 4 points in 15 minutes of action.
Yeah, and got those late in the half. And like we talked about, they did heat up a little bit offensively, but Virginia Tech, when you score 3 for 2, you gain points.
It's really good math there, my friend.
It's about as good as I could do.
Right there with you. Hansberry. Help brought. Avdalas on the kick out. Doesn't get the friendly bounce.
Yeah, Hansberry's not happy about that. That would have been his 6th and tied his career high for assists.
So that's 11 assists, including today over the last 2 games for Mr. Hansberry.
The point forward.
Point forward.
There you go.
Tomorrow, right-hand finger roll. Pulled down by Hansberry. Avdalas, the lob, the left-hand layup from Johnson rims out.
Wow. Avdalas, he makes such great decisions, and Johnson's got to finish that. Tomorrow we saw him penetrate successfully in the first half.
Stansberry. Left wing 3. Not that time from Julian Sumaro. And a foul on.
Bedford fell down. Wrong place, wrong time for Dumassy. Saw some of his talent in that first half. Made a couple really nice plays after getting 2 quick fouls on the first possession.
Hansberry. Avdalas from the logo. Yes!
Got some skills, doesn't he?
Putting it all on display here tonight. Little bit of everything for the freshman.
Western is running 2 people at Hansberry down low. That means somebody's going to be open. And that time, Tyler Johnson with the nice dribble handoff. Little DHO.
I was going to say that was from NBA range. I think that's good from any three-point line. What say you, partner?
I'm with you.
On the other end, Kell releases and drills the triple.
He had his feet set, catch and shoot, and Hansberry got there too late.
Last year he shot 38% from behind the arc. This year at 28%, so a little bit down.
Kell with Virginia Tech ties.
That's right. Both of his parents Hokies. Hansberry, Dorn tips the ball to himself and uses every High Point. That's a very good basketball team.
Yeah, High Point picked to win their league. The Big South.
20-point.
Another purple team.
Yeah. Spot on. Step back, Dumassy, front iron, right side of the iron.
Good job getting back in transition. They haven't given up many fast break points. Coach Kraft will be pleased with that.
Hansberry, the bounce pass.
Snare knocking it out of bounds.
Jalen's Bedford. Johnson trying to find Avdalas in the post.
Avdalas with big size advantage. He wants to use that, and he did.
And he does it perfectly on the turnaround jumper.
Yeah. Darned if you do, darned if you don't. You body up against him, and he can do that little step back.
That looked reminiscent of that Providence game back in November.
Pick your poison, yeah, where he had 33 in an overtime win.
Kell, the bounce pass. Massey. Hansberry there on the closeout. One on the timer, the rejection from Tyler Johnson. Hansberry has 14. Bedford uncorks the open three. And the excellent box out from Dada.
Yeah, didn't catch it in rhythm that time. Had to adjust to the pass. A lot of coaches say, don't shoot a bad pass.
Hansberry slips by Dumassy and lays in the right-hand layup.
Little spin move. Just going to start using point forward all the time.
Point forward? Well, you know, Nikola Jokic has been tabbed that in the NBA. Giannis a little bit. Not uncommon. Next stoppage to a media timeout. Right-hand layup, you bet, the freshman Samuel Dada.
Yeah, nice penetration, set that up. Dada, hands ready, caught it, laid it in. Got a chance to be good. Just a freshman, 6'9", 225.
Avdalas feeling it on the step back.
You asked for it. You asked for it.
64-39 Virginia Tech. Timeout West.
This team was picked 7th in the Southern Conference. I don't think there's much question they're better than that. Part of that's depth. Part of that's 6 returnees that played significant minutes. You see Marcus Kell right there with a nice offensive rebound, and they forgot to get back. But good job of stopping them and the turnover.
Both players pleading their case. Officials say that's last off.
They were the NIT champions a year ago. Furman looks like they've played the best basketball so far, but I'll tell you what, I think Western Carolina has a shot to finish way higher than they were picked in that league. They open up against Wofford, Mike Young's old school, for their first conference game after another, Kevin Gilder, another tie to Virginia Tech. Kevin Gilder, a longtime assistant for Mike Young, now the head coach at Wofford, his alma mater. Western Carolina has a game at Georgia, and then they get to conference play. Look at Avdalas.
Strong take.
Hokies have had good balance in their scoring. They had 5 averaging in double figures for quite a while, but now they have 7 averaging 9 or more.
Yeah, and you think about that. Yeah, let's go big picture for Virginia Tech. No Toby Lowell on the floor, and this Tech team, a lot of players stepping up.
And you know, we talk about, you know, replacing his production and taking care of his minutes, but also the offense, it has to look a little different when you've got a couple centers down there on that block. You know, it's a little bit different look from Mike Young offensively and defensively.
Johnson got to create. 2 seconds. Gets the 3 off, hits it before the horn.
He is having a night.
He scored 23 points over his last 2 games, and you mentioned a moment ago, he's in double figures. He is staying hot.
Yeah, played well at USC Upstate and now comes up with a steal.
And he stepped out of bounds.
And really just slipped. It wasn't a foul on Avdalas.
Hammond got by his defender. The teardrop missed off the window. Johnson's had the hot hand. Here he is. The bounce pass inside and the layup for Samuel Dada.
Yeah, Justin Johnson doing it all. 12 points, a beautiful assist right there.
Avdalas goes down.
They're having a little trouble finding him here, and Johnson has just been outstanding. And of course, overall, the Catamounts 0 turnovers in the second half.
Have outscored the Hokies by 3 here in the second half. Avdalas, it's been a great night for him. If you're just tuning in, 18 points to lead all scorers in the games. Most points he has scored since the St. Joe's game midway through November.
St. Joe's playing at Syracuse tonight. It's not.
Catamounts show pressure. Jalen Bedford. Just 3 points today for Bedford. Matt got off to such a great start. He's going to be a big piece of things down the stretch.
Yeah, he's got to play well, and he hasn't been consistent. He's been really good on some nights.
And going the other way in offense.
Hansberry goes to the bench, and Dorn comes back in. A little different kind of lineup here. 4 guards, really, for Virginia Tech, and Dorn in the middle.
Johnson, it's been his night. Misses the right-hand layup. Here's Ben Hammond. Coach called him the Energizer Bunny. Extra pass. Johnson open look, you bet.
How many times do you see the extra pass lead to a wide open 3?
Johnson sees a lane. Dada the board.
Dada's a good-looking freshman.
Petway, that ball's on his right shoulder. Trying to create late in the shot clock. Good burst, but a foul on the way by Kelsey Riggs Cup right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app.
Western picking up full court after makes now.
Hammond, so quick. Avdalas has been really good in the second half. Looking to create with 7. He turns, he fires, swirls around the iron. The Catamounts a little too. Nope.
He wasn't out of the offense. In order to press and try to create those turnovers, you've got to score on this end.
Kell going to work on Johnson, trying to turn. He does, and he hits a tough jumper.
Well, really nice play right there. Back Tyler Johnson down. Tyler Johnson's a good defender. Marcus Kell was a better scorer than he was a defender on that last possession.
Hammond. Contested 3. He wanted it. He hits it.
Yeah, it was really good in rhythm. He's got a good feel for when to shoot that shot. Hokies continue to be hot from beyond the arc.
Tech leads by 20. Largest lead of the game, 25.
Yeah, Western has continued to battle hard on both ends.
Dada lost that out of bounds. As they show pressure, Mac, you've got Hammond on the floor right now as well as Jaden Shute. Coach Young talked about the punch they bring off the bench. What kind of luxury is that as a coach?
Yeah, it's so important. When you go to the bench, you certainly don't want to lose anything, and Virginia Tech's got some folks who can bring it, especially on the offensive end.
Hansberry, tough turnaround left-hand hook shot won't go. It'll stay. No, it'll go Catamounts.
Yeah, Hansberry has gotten a lot of attention here in this second half and hadn't had the same success he had in the first half. Hansberry and Dada laughing at each other in a really good-spirited way.
Petway. Kell up to 14 points, looking for more. Johnson, big block. The clock tower on there, the Catamount logo. Hokies by 18. Hammond, another tough shot. Not that time. Hansberry Pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, Dada on the
Top of his head. No notes needed. Western Carolina won SoCon title back in 1996. Shoots, open look, clanks front rim.
Nice play again. ATO, I love ATOs. Coaches drawing them up out of the timeout. It's a nice move by DeMassey. Just couldn't get the finish.
Hammond downhill, a drop off, well read. There's DeMassey on the defensive end. And Cal up and under Avdalas.
Said, I can block shots too.
Cal working against Johnson. That's been a fun matchup in the second half, and it's Johnson who wins that battle that time. You know, before the game, going over my boards, and I'd written down that, you know, Avdalas was held to a season-low 6 points on Saturday. So I had written down intentionally coming in, Mac, how does Neo Avdalas impact the game when he's not scoring? I think we've answered that plenty coming in. He has shown that today.
No question, no question. Of course, right here, DeMassey takes it away from Avdalas.
And the layup in.
DeMassey heated him up. Avdalas wanted that ball back, but Hammond comes down, takes care of this. Run the set play.
Talked about his defense, his steals, his offense today. Something Coach Young mentioned after Saturday's game. He allows Neo to get off the top and into other actions that Coach Young finds important.
Yeah, to be able to play off the ball a little bit.
Dallas through contact. Oh, Euro step, the floater on top of it.
You can't say Euro step in the can you? It's just his step.
His step, the Neo step. DeMassey too strong.
The Neo step. We're going to use that again.
No question.
So will he.
And the dunk. Coverage of both games will be on ACC Network and the ESPN app.
Another Southern Conference connection. ETSU out of Johnson City, Tennessee.
Johnson, left hand, off the front iron twice.
Good job, Kell. Leveled him off, contested the shot.
Quiet second half for Sumaro. Kell on a mismatch with Hammond on him. Foul against the... You can see the pieces and the potential here with the Catamounts.
Yeah, got good guard play. Got 3 or 4 point guards. Seen Justin Johnson coming off the bench. They've got good size. Start a 7-footer, bring a 6'9", 6'8" in the game.
Avdalas wants the triple. He's got another.
I think that turnover got him fired up.
23 points for one of the top prospects in college basketball. Right back at you, Julian Sumaro.
Yeah, Hammond relaxed just a little bit. Sumaro, a veteran player, recognized that.
He's been in double figures all but one game. He's got 9. Avdalas turns, shoots. How about the friendly roll? Everything's working for Avdalas.
Yeah. Western thought he pushed off a little bit.
And there's Johnson going to the line.
And we coined the Neo step. You coined the Neo step.
Most points at Castle Coliseum for Neo Avdalas with 25 points.
And plenty of time left.
Gerdak turns to the left, high, arcing. Floater won't fall. Turnaround hook.
Wasn't really on balance with that.
Kaba Fanta, 2-hand flush.
And yeah. Kaba that time got loose on the ball screen. Miscommunication with Gerdak.
Fantacaba's got 5 points, 6 rebounds, and there's Avdalas to the rim.
Do a lot of different things, like you talked about. He doesn't have to score to dominate a game, but he is certainly capable of it.
Tomorrow, the whole way, Avdalas might have gotten a piece of it. He dives, keeps the basketball alive for Johnson. And then into the rejection, but a foul before. Coach Kraft's going to like they've really protected the basketball in the second half. It has been Neo Avdalas' night with 27 points.
Especially here in the second half. Hansberry had a big first half. Hadn't gotten going here in the second half. They've paid a lot of attention to him.
Another three. Not that time. Hansberry, the rebound, the reverse up and under layup.
Yeah, right on cue. Hadn't been doing much in the second half, but good offensive rebound right there. And 18 points for Hansberry.
He, Johnson, and Bedford playing with 4 fouls. Kell. Line drive 3, bottom of the net.
Tyler Johnson got there too late again. Kell with a big second half.
Big month of December for me. Can I bring up maybe high points in NCAA tournament team 27? He's got 19 tonight. There is more.
Initiate their offense through him at the high post. And of course, they do some of that, but not as much of it without Toby Lawal in the game.
It's 30 points for Neo Avdalas. 2.5 minutes to go.
Size advantage by Kell.
Working on Hammond. Help from Hansberry. Got stripped. He's going to impact the game in different ways.
Yep. You've seen him block shots. Seen him defend. Certainly we've seen him pass every night.
Right on cue. Johnson corner 3. Down.
He finds the right person almost every single time. I mean, he's got his back to the court, standing at midcourt, and finds Johnson wide open in the corner.
Tyler Johnson's got 13 points. Had 13 on Saturday. A nice response after he was held scoreless against South Carolina. And he's going to foul out. Louisville almost had that upset win over South Carolina in the ACC-SEC Challenge. Hansberry. Avdalas looking for more. Just short. And the pass on that play, Hansberry.
Yeah. Hansberry's hit him a couple times that he's missed shots. I'm sure they're going to talk about that.
This crowd tonight has been treated to some great offense in the second half. Samaro can't get that to go, including the Castle guard, as there's the 5th foul. Romani Hansberry is 5th. I was just going to mention that today is reading day.
Reading day, did you?
In my time in college, of course. I was a 4.0 student.
I've heard that, but I've only heard it from you, so I don't know.
How about 3.0?
We might have to verify that.
But you know what? If I was a student, where would I be today if there was a basketball game?
You would be at the game. Dada, a good free throw shooter, too. Talked about Fantacaba's struggles.
He sinks both.
Sure, Mike Young wouldn't mind seeing a little clock run right here. He's not happy about that kind of pass.
Shoot.
Good job by Highland closing out on shoot.
Hammond, the right hand draws the